would do for Andre titties. That's exactly what I would do. I would just take Gorilla Glue and seal your asshole shut. And I just sit there and keep feeding you. And feeding you. And feeding you.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2. As you know, I recently went live on my show talking about the whole Jaguar Wright being sued by McKnight, and he been looking for her, right? Granted, I don't really care. Like I told you guys before, I really don't like McKnight, especially what he has done to his biological children. That can never be forgiven. He's completely trash. I don't even listen to his music. And let's be honest, who was listening to McKnight in 2025? Don't worry, I'll wait. Oh, we still waiting? Well, anyway, as you guys know, after I went live, then Jaguar all of a sudden went live. And of course, she had to give her rebuttal and talk about how these content creators are nothing. All they do is lie on her and blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. Jaguar does the same shtick. Her whole thing is to prove that we're lying. But the thing is that she never shows proof of her telling the truth. When have we ever seen any proof that she has provided? We haven't. Everything that she has literally said to us were just stories. They were fables. It was fiction. Nothing was ever true. Even her own personal stories, I even question that too. Because when you think about it, Jaguar is not in the right mental state. And no, we shouldn't talk about people's mental health, but we see a lady that literally crashes out online every day. We know that something is wrong with her. So with that being said, I kind of feel bad for her. And it's like, I don't want to beat up on the lady. I don't want to talk trash about her. But it just gets to the point where it's the same old, same old. And when I went back into that space where I was talking about her again, I was like, AT2, you really should like not do this video. And the reason why is because I was all like, I know it's gonna get a lot of backlash from her and her disciples, her followers or whatnot. But then I was just thinking like, you're in a totally different mind frame, a totally different space. For you to go back into that, even though it was just lightly talking about the whole McKnight situation, I know whenever she hears me, AT2, talk about her, it triggers her. It takes her to this place where she can't stand me. She talks about me, you know, me being fat, I'm ugly, all this, all that, even though we probably weigh the same. But okay, let me stop playing. Somewhere near the same, right? But anyway, so you have her talking about my looks and saying that I'm not credible and that I'm this or that. And honestly, none of that affects me. I don't care. It's just that I wish that this lady would be... I wish that she would just be a blogger. Like, you're not a truth teller. You're literally a blogger. You're just like me. Except I try to be truthful in the information that I give, and all you do is lie. At best, I wouldn't even say a blogger. You're just a conspiracy theorist. And I think I got to the point where I'm just done with all the conspiracy theorists. And this whole Diddy trial, it proved one thing to me. Everybody is out for themselves. Everybody is out to get money. And so the way they get their money is by lying and creating these stories. And they know that there's a sector of the internet that doesn't care about the truth. All they care is about everything that's sensationalized about these celebrities. They could give a damn less whether or not they're true. And so realizing that, it put me into this situation where I'm all like, well, damn, I try to be honest and truthful, but people don't even want to hear it. If it's not salacious, people don't want to hear it. I can't come out here and give a good story about Cardi B or Chris Brown. Everybody wants the negative. So it even made me question, like, do I still want to do celebrity news? Do I still want to do celebrity gossip? Because at the end of the day, I don't want to tell you guys lie when there's a lot of truth out there that we can talk about. We don't have to create these salacious stories about, oh, there's 100 freak-offs with all these celebrities in it, because that came out not to be true. Mind you, this is the same woman who said that she supplied girls to the freak-offs, she freed girls at the freak-offs, she even went over to Epstein Island and freed girls. You know, so You have this woman who literally just creates lie after lie after lie, and there's still a sector of people on the internet that believe it. And so for me, I realize AT2, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, they're always going to believe her. I can't lie. She's a great storyteller. She can make you believe that she's a millionaire, and we all know she ain't got a penny in her name. Everything is in somebody else's name. But hey, she don't like that truth. I mean, when you think about her living situation and her not having her own home, literally out on the run, not only trying to avoid Brian McKnight and his lawyers, but trying to avoid all the warrants that she got. Because if she goes back to Texas, oh, they taking her in. That's without a doubt. So just me thinking about how sad her life is. She's always on the run. She's constantly trying to hide from people and be all like, oh, they're trying to figure out where I am. That's no life to live. And mind you, I'm not even saying that I want her to be found or I want somebody to dox her. But that's not a life that anybody wants to live, where you constantly have to be on the run. You can't go to the store without thinking somebody's gonna see you and try to bust you out, or you can't go to dinner. You can't get a stable job. Like, there's people that would probably book Jaguar Wright, but she's so worried about somebody trying to find her, she can't, perform anywhere. Granted, she might not have the voice that she used to have back in the day, but she still got a voice. People would love to hear her sing, but she's not using her talent for that. She's just using her talent of spreading bullshit and telling stories. Definitely she should write a book. She'd be perfect at that. Fantasy World of Jaguar Wright. Perfect title, right? But instead, she loves just to come on the internet, slander people's name, whether it's the blogger, YouTuber, or another celebrity. And mind you, none of it has to be true. All she has to do is make you believe that it's true. And then when you question her, oh, well, prove me wrong. And it's all like, why do I have to prove you wrong? Why don't you prove us right? But she doesn't care about that. So going back into that negative space, like I was saying earlier, you deal with all the bullshit, all the up and down, and you just all like, man, I'm way too grown for this. And mind you, I'm just in my 30s, but I feel way too grown for it. Like, I'm just all like, I'm done. So here's my thing. Jaguar, you go ahead and have it. If you find a cure for cancer, I will definitely congratulate you. But at this point, there's no point in talking about bumps. There's no point in talking about these conspiracy theories. It does nothing good for the community. And honestly, to tell you the truth, it's really sad. I hope one day that you get a stable job, find a stable home, and also love yourself. Because I don't think you love yourself. That pain that you have, you still haven't healed from that pain. And I hope one day that you do heal. Thank you guys for watching. I love y'all. Deuces.
For Andre titties. That's exactly what I would do. I would just take Gorilla Glue and seal your asshole shut. And I just sit there and keep feeding you. And feeding you. And feeding you. I would love to see you bust on your channel.
Girl.
I would. I would just love, we should do that. Like, somebody should go get him and Gorilla Glue him to a chair. And make sure they seal his ass cheeks closed. And then just feed him on camera. And every time he want to stop eating, just make him eat more. And eat more. And then show him like video footage of people winning at the casino while he's eating himself. Yeah.
Girl, they everything. Girl, fuck you.
Yeah, justice for Angie Stone.